I saw people saying it lacked impact.
What impact do you want? Here's the thing.
MGK.
I'm sorry.
It's MGK.
No, wait.
What is there in the public eye that people know about MGK for Eminem to attack? Eminem has been in the public eye for the past 25 years.
Right.
There's a wealth of shit to talk about with Eminem. What do you say about MGK? You're tall, you're skinny, you have a man bun, and you're not as good of a rapper as me. That's it. It's like there's nothing, like these motherfuckers really got spoiled by that pushing.
Dead Hip Hop Conversations, Ken here with Feefo, Beezy 430, Myke C-Town. We got a guest, Con, editor of the Is the Myke Still On podcast. Make sure you guys subscribe to that, check that out. Here we are.
Did you expect the whole song? Or did y'all expect the whole song?
I did, because he said he was going to respond, so I didn't
Think
think
could have been a verse. Yeah, I didn't think he was gonna spin that.
Yeah,
I guess because MGK made a song.
And I didn't think he would waste his time with a verse.
Didn't we say we didn't think he was gonna respond? Oh,
No,
I think some of
he
us
said, it was out that he was going to respond.
by the time we did our video.
Right, because it was reported in Billboard and other
You
outlets.
said that, yeah. I remember
Yeah.
we kind of grazed over it when you said it because I think I was still like, I don't know if he gonna respond.
Yeah,
to that.
and that's what I was like. Billboard when reported if the source wasn't a credible source. So he dropped it. Of course, obviously our Twitters blew up and people had varying opinions on the quality of the record. Just different stuff.
But why does it have to always be an extreme? Why does this one song have to kill or end MGK's career? It doesn't have to be that dark or that great. Like it doesn't have to be. I just think that a diss record just needs to do exactly what it is. It needs to diss the other person better than they dissed you. And when I started playing this song, it was funny because the wife sent this to me. She texted it to me. I'm like, oh shit, okay, he did respond. But when I was listening to it the first time, the only thing I could hear playing in my head was Myke saying, yeah, the MGK song was Because the whole time I'm listening to M, I'm like, oh, this motherfucker. He's teaching MGK really like the difference between being like a true lyricist and just somebody that's putting nursery rhymes together. You threw 5 bullets, I threw 500 bullets at you. You know what I'm saying? So
I gave you a career just to end it.
You know what I'm saying? Like it was just so much that going back to the MGK, and again, I just want to let everybody know, I wasn't saying that it was great. I just thought it was pretty decent or pretty good for MGK. I
thought it was whack.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't think it was whack, and I still don't think that is 100%.
Because even M says himself, like, it was good for you. Like he said,
and that's what we kind of.
What is that?
It is an insult.
I don't understand it's an insult, but I think most people that did like the track was basically saying the same thing. I think it's good for MGK.
Rating on the curve.
No, they were saying that it's a better song. And it is a better song. That's the problem with this whole culture that's going on right now. These, and I sound old, and I'll be an old head, I don't give a fuck. These kids don't really understand how disses work. They think that it's who can make a better song, like it's fucking American Idol or some shit. It's about who can out-rap the other guy, who can have the more clever lines. MGK did make a better song. It's catchy. The beat's more upbeat. I'm sorry, but anybody that's sitting there trying to tell me that MGK out-rapped Eminem, I don't see it for even a second.
Nobody's saying that.
Yes, they are.
Nobody's saying that.
Yes, they are.
Yes,
they are.
Wait, it's late for this shit.
It's too late for this.
Too late.
So we have a younger audience here. So I know you're not like most, 18, 17-year-olds, stuff like that. Like, what's the take in the young community?
It depends on who you're talking to. I mean, so a lot of people I know, they don't really care for M in the first place. And then the ones that do like M, they really thought it was really good. Like my homeboy, we thought it was really good. First thing I heard when the song came on, first thing I thought about was like Marshall Mathers Eminem, just in terms of his voice. Because it sounds like different. I mean, there's a noticeable difference between like Marshall Mathers' voice that he had and then like the, revival sounding voice or whatever. He's not yelling, right. It was more laid back, and it was, what I've been noticing is the issue for most people is like, okay, he throwing out all these crazy words, and that's like the shot they throw. He's just rhyming, which I feel like that's the point of rapping. But if you know, the point is like with this one, yes, he was rhyming, but it felt like a more laid back M. It felt like he was talking to his son. Like he basically son him.
I got that vibe, man. And I'm telling you, the whole time I just see this motherfucker with his dreads on, bro. I'm just like, damn, this is what Myke was talking about. Because it just, again, you know, when I heard the MGK song, I was like, okay, this is. I felt happy for MGK to have the balls. No, for real.
Yeah, I'm with him.
Yeah.
I give him props for even coming at the most dangerous, like battle rapper that's in the mainstream. Period. I give him props for that. And he made a passable jam. Like,
you know, when I read out some of the lines, I'm like, I know this shit ain't over the top, but it was catchy. It sounded good on the beat. But then when M comes, it's just like, well. They're trash.
I got on Twitter the day it came out, and I made the mistake of saying I liked it. And of course, you know, Twitter is popular to say that anything Eminem does sucks. That's the popular thing to say. So of course, here come all these fucking people. Oh, it's whack and it's corny. Eminem's not saying anything. What in the fuck do you want him to say about MGK? Yep. They're like, oh, he didn't really like say anything that we didn't already know. And?
Did MGK say anything that we didn't already know?
Exactly. MGK did low-hanging fruit. Yep. He said everything that people have been saying about Eminem for the past 5 or 10 years.
You're old, you're yelling,
right, you're
you got
yelling
a weird
too much.
beard, you're rich, why are you complaining?
Exactly.
Okay.
And in this song, Eminem, all he had to do was retort that with better wordplay. Yep. And that's it. Yep. But these motherfuckers, all he's talking about is his money and how rich he is. No, he's retorting what MGK said. It's like, this isn't that hard to get. Like, these motherfuckers really got spoiled by that Pusha T shit. Now they think any diss track that comes out, motherfuckers have to hire a private investigator. Go find out some shit. No, just out-rap him and let's move on. Like, I even watched Academics and Wayno talking about this shit. And I expected Academics to say some fuck shit. But I was a bit disappointed by Wayno. I'm like...
So what did they both say?
Well, Academics was just like, he didn't really say anything. You know, look, he didn't really say anything important. Okay, he didn't. But what is there that's important to say about MGK?
Right.
You know, they're like, oh, the lines were corny. He's talking about, I'd rather be 80-year-old me than 20-year-old you. Well, yeah, because MGK is not doing anything. Look, MGK will never rap anywhere near as good as M. MGK would
and that was the point.
He need to get bit by a radioactive spider. He need a Wakanda shield. Motherfucker would need all 5 stones.
That nigga needs vibranium.
He need a vibranium pen to ever rap like M. Like, let's be real. Eminem, like, come on.
Right.
There's nothing that Eminem could really say about this guy. Yeah. Just out-rap him.
I will say though, I think part of the reason why some people are talking about M like this in terms of like, you know, the song not being as good or whatever is might be also just the stigma that M has had in the last 10 years. For me, I think Marshall Mathers is like the best version of Eminem.
Me too.
And that's when I feel like he had like the most impact in terms of music. The last 10 years or so, he's just been dropping these kind of subpar albums, you know what I mean? And a lot of the time he goes for these pop hits and whatever. And so I feel like that has kind of stained his name. So I feel like anytime even somebody think about Eminem right now, it's like
they think back and like, oh, he made this.
Exactly.
But see, those motherfuckers, you can't take their opinion seriously then,
right?
Because it's like if you're already like judging it on a bias, then why are we listening to you? Right. Like when I heard MGK shit, yeah, I thought it was whack, but at the same time, I did say like, okay, yeah, it's pretty good for MGK.
These two guys are in this boxing ring, and the only punch MGK has is a jab. He ain't got nothing else in the arsenal. And Eminem that man been damn training with Mayweather and Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So he's coming out with power, speed, everything. And when you hear him, because I listened to MGK song, then I listened to, it's not even close in just terms of the quality of rapper.
Like that, and
maybe that's why I didn't care for it, because of who he was going against.
No, I saw what you were saying. I almost unfollowed your ass.
Wait, what you wait? What happened, B? What you do, B?
He became victim of Twitter.
Oh shit!
So what happened? What happened, Myke?
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, give us a play-by-play. What happened, Myke?
Somebody actually stuck me in his shit, because I didn't see what he said. And he was like, man,
he didn't sound interested at all. It was forgettable for me. It was just like, okay.
He's saying that now. On Twitter, he was talking that shit. On Twitter, he was talking that shit. Trick said he can't come back in the team.
All I said was it was average and he sounded uninterested. That's all I said.
But and my whole point was, what in the fuck did y'all want? Y'all really want him to sound angry at MGK?
For what?
For what?
Maybe it's because of the artist.
If he came like this at Joe, I'd be on your side.
Right.
You know how many shots Joe would take and how deeper of those cuts and that impact would be for Eminem to absorb that and then throw it back? I think the opponent has a lot to do
100%.
with how this diss track came out. And again, I'm not saying it's whack at all. I think it's a damn good diss track. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's not gonna have that slap in your face impact because of who it's going to.
I saw this on Twitter. I saw it in a couple of different places, but it was a tweet that said "Kill Shot" is the name of a movie where a hitman tries to kill a guy with the last name Coulson. MGK's name is Coulson. And that most people probably missed that. I did because I've never heard of the movie Kill Shot, never seen it.
I missed it.
But that adds to like the layers that Eminem put into this track that obviously I missed and
it's
a lot
not
of
just
other people
surface.
missed.
And it's like the guy in the movie is like more experienced than the person he's trying to kill or something. I forget the details, but I saw the same shit. Wow. And I'm like, but see, they don't care about that.
They don't.
Because it's not as good of a song.
I know why. I kind of piggyback off what you said. I'm thinking about it. Like, I think part of the reason why this separates this from any other diss that we talk about is, like you said, it's the people who are going at each other. You think about Jay and Nas, those are two top tier rappers right now. You think about, you want to go real far back, you want to think about Cube and NWA. Those are like the two of the biggest people in rap at that point in time. Even you know, a couple months back when we talk about even Drake and Push, we always know that Push can come with something, you know what I mean? And so those artists were impactful. When you think about MGK, like just the fact that we are even talking about MGK right now is crazy to me.
How much pub has he gotten?
Right.
He's dropping an EP off this.
To that point.
He's smart.
Yeah, he's extremely
So
smart.
I was watching the interview, the Sway interview, and there were people in the comment section like, I've never heard of MGK until this.
Yep. But remember when Big Sean dropped Control? Everybody went crazy for Kendrick's verse. Every person that Kendrick named in that song, they Twitter followers went up over 15 to 20%. That's exactly what's happening now with MGK.
How many people are going to be fans after they listen to his music? We don't know. I don't know.
But that's irrelevant though.
I could see Eminem's fans loving fucking MGK.
Right.
Especially the fans he's getting for the past decade.
Exactly, yes.
They would probably love MGK's music because he's like Eminem light.
And they might want that. And they might want that.
He's like the Eminem crumbs at the bottom of the bag.
And they might want that type of yeah.
I mean, MGK doesn't make trash music. It's not for me by any means, but I can see his fans digging it.
What was some other stuff that spiraled from this, right? Like I want to say Royce came out and said something, and
that's because Jay Electronica's ass jumped out the window with a big ass misunderstanding. Like, I was amazed by this. I'm like, what are you doing?
Oh, because of the Diddy line. That's right.
Yeah, and he's like, oh, MGK, I'll lose to you when Diddy comes out and admits he put the hit out on Pac.
Right.
And then at the end of the song, he fucking says, I'm just playing, Diddy, know I love you.
Let me ask y'all this, because I was talking to some of my other friends, and they thought that M went too far with that line.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Thank you. Get the fuck out of here. What are you talking about? Look. He said,
it's a battle line.
You will beat me or I will lose to you when Diddy says he killed Pac.
Which means
it'll never fucking happen because it's not true. That is the problem with today's rap fans. He said he was going to come out with a track, and I responded to him and I said it's going to come out in 2048. And I saw he deleted the tweet. I didn't know he deleted his entire Twitter.
So with that,
that's why Royce came out.
Okay,
Hip-Hop reported that, and Complex had it as well.
That's hilarious.
So yeah, he ran.
Crazy.
So you think that
would not make that mistake?
So you think that response from Royce was directed at Jay?
100%.
Really?
100%.
Because what did he say again? What did he say?
I got it. I dare one of you niggas to write something. I'ma light your ass like a jack-o'-lantern. Mind your business.
Mind your business.
Right.
I'm like, yes, bro.
He was talking to Jay Electronica. Jordan Lucas jumped in too.
Oh, I didn't see
He's
that.
like, I'm just waiting for the chance to jump in this shit.
I think it's over. But did you guys see what MGK did? MGK did.
He rocked the shirt.
He played himself so hard.
He
rocked the
did.
shirt, right?
What
He
shirt he wore?
played himself.
He wore a
covered.
Kill Shot,
The Kill Shot shirt. Yeah.
He was at a Fall Out Boy concert. He threw up a middle finger and turned his back to the crowd and tried to make it seem, and he wrote in the caption, "You missed," or "He missed," or something like that. And all the people were flipping MGK off, but he tried to make it seem like they were flipping Eminem off.
And then the video surfaced of him trying to play Rap Devil, and he's getting booed.
Yes.
Loud boo.
Not only there, everywhere.
Yeah, it was so loud. Yep, you couldn't tell what song it was.
I think it's over for him.
Yeah.
Nah, man.
It's over for him in this battle.
Yeah.
He should just let that one go because he played himself.
Exactly. It's over for Rap Devil.
If that wouldn't have happened, he might have been able to make a response.
I don't know. I think because you're getting booed everywhere you go, it seems. I don't know how that. Yeah, there's multiple. There, I saw also that he was getting booed elsewhere too.
I just think that at this point where MGK was in his career, this is by far the best thing that could have happened to him. And I think he's playing his cards exactly right.
Yep.
And M did consider that. I mean, he talked about it in the interview with Sway. He was like, should I not? But
His pride made him.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, I'm glad he did. Like,
So yeah, fuck it. So what if I make you famous? So what?
Yeah,
I want to talk about you. Yeah. Huh?
you know what? I think,
ignore him.
but I think that
I don't
takes.
think so. I mean, if you got something to get off your chest, why not?
That
He didn't
was-
have anything to get off his chest. That's the point.
But he did though. He said
But he didn't really. If you
Yeah.
listen to
Who's talking
that
about,
song-
M?
Yeah. M
He
was
said it was
bothered.
He was.
He was bothered.
You're right.
I don't really think he had anything to get off his chest because he really didn't say much.
I'm talking about the initial song on the album.
Yeah, I'm not talking about that. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
he shouldn't have responded.
Oh, you saying
The reply to Rap
the
Devil.
reply to Rap
Yes.
Devil. Yeah, I feel the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah,
Right.
You got
You don't think he should have?
No, I said that.
What?
I said it in the thing. I don't think he should have. It's just pointless.
I guess I'm in it for the sport. I do like it for
What
that.
sport?
There's no.
I mean,
one-sided.
I understand the competition, right? You got, NFL team playing a high school team.
Right.
Me.
I get it.
With a broken foot.
If you look at it that way, I guess I'm looking at it like
It's pointless,
just
man.
from the fact that we got track.
What are you gonna get
And we
out
got
of
a
this?
track from M.
What are you gonna get out of this? You're not gonna play Kill Shot.
No.
Exactly.
But it was still entertaining on a level.
No, Mike, come on now. When's the last time M really came at somebody like this? So I'm not. I want.
Now we had more formidable opponents back then to a certain degree.
No. I understand all of that, and I understand
That's
the
to
fact,
their point, though.
and I understand the fact that we're not going to listen to this a week from now.
Right.
However, in the moment, being in the moment in this social media climate of all of this stuff that's happening that we could talk
It's
about
like, oh,
right
shit.
now. Yes.
If this was an actual decent opponent, I feel like it would have been a much better jam.
If it was
I
Joe
feel like
Budden.
if it was Joe Budden, it would have been a much better M.
So you agree with you? We kind of in agreement. I mean, now
Nah,
I see
you
what
was talking shit.
No, I see. No, you just said
You said the
diss
same
track-
thing. I
Yeah.
see what you're saying.
He just said earlier that the diss track was weak, but you just said because of the opponent. The opponent, of course, is.
Yeah, he's kind of with you and don't even realize it.
Yeah, you just, he just said it was weak. Like, this track is weak. And then rap was like, what diss track? M diss track. It was weak. So I'm sitting there like, wait a
Nigga,
minute.
you said the same shit I said.
Weak
Nigga.
for M.
That's what
You
you
were
said.
You were just like, it's weak and it's forgettable. I don't know why anybody's talking about this shit. And I'm like,
Yeah.
But you said the same thing though.
You kind of.
no, I'm not.
You are.
I see why people are talking about it.
But you do agree that it will be forgettable.
You said I'm like,
You know what it was?
I agree with you.
It was in the middle
I
of
see
me
that.
arguing with a bunch of people about that and some other shit. And then somebody tagged me like, well, your boy B saying the same thing. I was like, motherfucker, you can't use B against me.
Hey man, y'all heard us, man. Let us know what you guys think about it in the comment section based on anything you've heard in here. Like we put out a lot of questions. So